expects a larger finishing force here, but really is just 6 Hydralisks. He can very easily take it with his Medic Marine here, and really Lomo has done an extraordinary amount off of just one base basically this entire game. I don't know what the main base looks like. Wow, the main base is actually still alive. Okay, so it actually still has drones left. Let's not call it completely over yet for Kwanro, although I do think that he's in dire straits here. I mean, he's going to need Mutalisks. Right now, the Spire is just done. He's going to need Mutalisks. Those Hydras are so bad against Medic Marine and tanks. I mean, they are just so bad. They're like Hyuk bad. Like, what would Hyuk do if he had the choice of units? Like, say he was way ahead of the Terran, and the Terran had just a couple of tanks, Medic Marine. Hyuk would build Hydralisks. The worst against them, and that's basically how bad they are as any kind of fighting unit. I mean, Lings, Lurkers, Mutalisks, Guardians, Ultralisks, everything but Hydralisks, please. Anyway, it looks like Kwanro is in huge trouble. He is building Mutalisks, which are, of course, going to be a little bit better against this Medic Marine group, especially because there's not a lot of medics and marine there. In fact, it's mainly just tanks. But right now, we're going to have to see some very good micro here coming from Kwanro. Kwanro going to be able to take out everything, though. It looks like that could shoot up, and he's going to kill off these tanks, but at the cost of so many of his drones, a couple of his Hydralisks, too. And in fact, it looks like, it looks like the entire force has been defeated, and looks like the game will go on. Regardless of, really this game has swung back and forth. Lomo now is the one who has to defend a little bit, but I gotta think he's stronger, actually. This game has not swung back into Kwanro's favor. I just forgot for a second there that Lomo killed off Kwanro's second expansion. So Kwanro is basically 2-base fighting 2-base, and he has a weaker army and a weaker economy. So really, it is very unlikely he's going to be able to come back. But he's going to try his best with some Mutalisk micro here. It does look like, though, that Lomo is pretty well prepared. Can he manage to do this? I don't know. Does he have the potential? Does he have the Jaedong-like skills to, take the lead back with just Mutalisk micro? No, looks like he's going to retreat, actually. And wow, he's going to see a massive force here coming from Lomo. And I got to think this is pretty much it for Kwanro. Kwanro has not been able to mine enough. He just went too long with Hydralisks, and really a little bit too aggressive there, trying to finish it off with an inferior force at the wrong time. Had he managed to keep that force alive, I don't think he would have lost any of his bases, and I think he might have been able to make a better mid-game push. But look at this! He's actually in the natural expansion of Lomo just as I'm saying this. He's managed to get himself underneath the command center. All the SCVs are trying to repair. Has Lomo been the one who's caught off guard? I don't know, but it looks like no. Lomo will come back in time to clean this up, and now finally I think the game is over, but this game has just swung so many times back and forth. I mean, it's not just due, of course, to both of these players being brilliant and attacking at perfectly great times. It's actually partially due to them attacking at the wrong times and not noticing what's going on. I mean, Lomo there, I think, pulled a little bit too many of his forces, whereas Kwanro, of course, did the same thing earlier. Meanwhile, we are going to see Lomo pursue his offensive, and I gotta think this is going to be it. There's really no tech there that can defeat this. Just Mutalisks and Hydralisks are not going to cut it against a strong Medic Marine and tank force. And look at Kwanro. He is going to have to do some perfect Mutalisk micro here, and I just don't foresee that happening. It looks like he is going to pick off one tank. Actually, Lomo may have produced too few Medic Marine once again. Actually, I'm very surprised. He actually did overdo it on tanks once again, and I can't believe this. Kwanro has actually managed to fight this off. I thought that force was definitely enough, but Kwanro has managed to muster off enough Mutalisks, and part of the reason why I'm so surprised is because Kwanro should not have had this much gas, but he has gotten this much gas. He has gotten a ton of gas somehow, and managed to build all these Mutalisks. I guess partially it's because he hasn't built any Lurkers. Usually we don't see this many Mutalisks because Zergs have to go for Lurkers, and look, those medics are all dead, which means those Marines are just so weak. Lomo does not know how to micro Medic Marines. I just discovered something. Lomo is horrible with Medic Marines. I mean, that was some Frosian-esque play there from Lomo. So both players have really had their high and low moments this game. And can this be happening? Oh my god, oh the humanity. Is it actually possible for this game to swing back and let Kwanro win? Oh my goodness. It looks like the bunker is going to go down. There's nothing left inside of Lomo's expansion. How can this be? Oh my god, this is a ridiculous turnaround here. If Kwanro loses this, wins this game. My head is going to explode. I cannot believe this. How did this happen? Lomo, somebody give this kid his gun back. I mean, what the hell? WTF? It just looks like, seriously, the kid's brain just froze. He is going to lose this game. It actually is going to be over here. The natural expansion is down for Lomo. I cannot believe this. How did this happen? Oh my goodness. I thought the game was going to end a few seconds ago, and Lomo probably thought that he had the lead and certainly that he wouldn't lose in 2 minutes. But Kwanro, the aggressive, over-aggressive player, perhaps the Zerg just juggernaut here in this game. I mean, he has just been ridiculous this game. I mean, I don't even know who to compare him to because I can't say he's played the best, most stable game ever, but you know, because he was way over-aggressive at points, but it turns out that right now, the aggression works, and GG coming from Lomo. Kwanro somehow managing to win this game. I mean, coming close to oblivion, coming close to winning, and then coming close to losing, and then winning at the end. I cannot believe this. This is just ridiculously swingy game. Lomo is just absolutely shell-shocked. I don't know. Maybe he like sleeps with Backhoe or something, and Backhoe, you know, not actually sleeps with him, but you know, sleeps under his bunk or something. And Backhoe is just such a loser that it just infects Lomo. But what happened to Lomo here? I have no idea, but Kwanro has managed to win against all odds. The hyper-aggressive Kwanro, like, I don't know, like I would say Patton, but Patton's probably a little cooler than Kwanro. Just you know, a very smart kind of like over-aggressive player, but I can't believe he managed to pull it off. Wow, I am at a loss for words, because usually when someone is over-aggressive makes as big of a mistake as what Kwanro did, losing all of his Hydralisks and leaving his entire base to be raked over by raids. I mean, just absolutely destroyed. His natural expansion raked over. His main just, you know, completely just strafed over and over again. He lost his expansion, his second expansion. Lomo had a lock on the bridges. I just don't understand how he managed to come back and how Lomo managed to lose that also. I mean, honestly, oftentimes the Zerg look like they're the ones who, you know, win or lose a game because they're the ones who are kind of playing, they have to react basically to a medic marine force, and it's based on the quality of their control usually, whether they win or lose. But this time you could tell that Lomo also lacked in control. I mean, honestly, he should have kept that marine group together better. I mean, he definitely got distracted with the tanks in the middle of the map. It's just so many things happen, and I'm at a loss for words. But Kwanro certainly deserves to move on. Thank you guys for watching this commentary. Listen to my little amazed rant at the end of it, but it's been an impressive game. What can I say? So I'm going to be moving on to another game that you guys requested, Tempest versus Harang 2, or Harangi, coming up next. Thanks for watching. Cholera signing off.